G'day mates, this is a simple video. I keep hearing about the vice presidential speculations and I just wanted to make sure that any idiocy regarding this is going to be absolved and resolved immediately. So I'm just going to read you the text of the 12th Amendment, literally the first sentence. The electors shall meet in their respective state, or states in this case plural, because electors are plural, and vote by ballot for president and vice president. And here comes the kicker, one of whom, at least, shall not be an inhabitant of the same state as themselves. What does this mean? Both the vice presidential candidate and the presidential candidate cannot be from the same state. End of story. Because of this, it means that if Donald Trump were to pick someone from the same state that he resides in, which is Florida, it means that Florida cannot vote for the Republican Party. End of story. So, what happens next? For it to be resolved, you require the vice presidential candidate or the presidential candidate to change home state. And in the case of the 2000 election, Bush was the governor of Texas. Cheney moved to Dallas because he was appointed to be the CEO of Halliburton. He changed his state of residency. However, because he was selected to be vice president, he changed his residency back to Wyoming. If he didn't do that, Texas would not have been allowed to vote for Bush. And therefore, Al Gore would have been president. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because Donald Trump has ruled out dropping out of the race. Simple as. In order for you to change your state of residency, you have to file a new notice of candidacy with the Federal Election Committee. Why is that the case? Well, for an example, Joe Exotic is running for the presidency. He now has 3 candidacies. One for the Libertarian Party, one for the Democrats, and one is an independent. All 3 file separately because he changed parties from Libertarian to Democrat, from Democrat to Independent. Therefore, 3 new filings. If you want to change home state, you have to do so as well. You have to make a new FEC filing with a different state. Donald Trump has ruled this out. Alternatively, let's say you have a Senator Rubio being picked as VP. Rubio will have to resign from the Senate, change his home state to a different state in order to be allowed on the ticket. I don't think Rubio is going to do that. That's one of the names that was mentioned. Another name that was mentioned was Ron DeSantis. Well, I don't think he's going to move residency to, let's say, Alabama or Georgia. He's not going to do that. And 2, that would require him to resign from his position as governor, which he would be unwilling to do. I've heard 2 more names from Florida, Matt Gaetz, Byron Donalds. Neither of them are going to resign from the House of Representatives, because that would guarantee Hakeem Jeffries to win, and that would guarantee that the Democrats ram through a motion banning Trump from being elected president. That's a fact. They already plan to do that. Jamie Raskin has already filed it. So if you're ever going to get a Speaker Jeffries, and the Republicans now have a 1-seat majority, if you get a Speaker Jeffries, that is it. No more Trump on the ballot. You're going to get Nikki Haley against Joe Biden. That's what you're going to get. So, the rest of this video is simply showing you what would the Electoral College look like if Trump picks DeSantis. So, that means Florida, and I'm going to pull up RCP for this one. There it is. So, polling in Florida. Biden is polling at 42% of the vote as of late. Kennedy is about 10 points, and I don't think he's going to pick up most of Trump voters. So what it's going to look like is a Biden victory in Florida. Now, I'm going to say the following. Let's say Texas is likely, and we're going to do the remaining margins as they are right now without adjusting any of the polling stuff. So, North Carolina, Trump plus 4.5. Georgia, Trump plus 4.5. Arizona, Trump plus 5. Nevada, Trump plus 3. Wisconsin, 0.6, and I believe Pennsylvania is 0.2 at the moment. Also 0.6 for Trump. And then Michigan is Trump plus 3. Is C, Biden plus 4 for Virginia. At the moment it looks a bit like this. Oh, that's wrong. This one, those two. Maine second, safe. Maine's first. And let's put Nebraska second for funsies. Right, so this is how it's going to look like. Trump 282 with Florida being forced to flip. Now, this is a narrow victory for Trump. However, as you already saw, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, both of them are within a singular point. So let's say there is a polling error. 2 points goes the other way around. Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, there you go. Biden is re-elected. Even if we want to do this, and let's say there is a 3-point miss in Nevada. And 1 point in Wisconsin. There you go. Biden is re-elected. Or in Pennsylvania they're missing it. That's extremely narrow. So that is the point here that I'm making. The electoral map is in Biden's advantage if Trump picks a nominee from Florida. Now, let's do this the other way around. Let's say the Democrats do something incredibly stupid and they say we're replacing Joe Biden and we're putting Gavin Newsom in his place, governor of California. And then you say, okay, we can't get rid of Harris and she's unwilling to change her residency, which in this scenario she definitely would. She would change it to Maryland in a heartbeat. So, Florida, Texas, we have these already, so this is already the position we're at. I'm just going to fill this in real quick. There we go. So, what does this mean? And I'm going to show you this here already. Trump is already at 262 without any of the Rust Belt states, nor Nevada, nor California. Here's the thing though. Let's check the polling. No, we don't have that. Fine. The electoral map, let's check California. Biden at 55 points, Trump at 34. However, there's no third-party polling, so we don't know how good Kennedy is going to do, nor any of the others. So what does this mean for us? Trump would likely win in this scenario, getting 30% of the vote. They have the Green Party, for an example, getting 20% of the vote. All that stuff. So let's see if we can find a... Okay. So there is a poll that... so I picked the Berkeley one. The top one from our city. So LA Times Berkeley. Biden carries it by 30 points for 4 years ago, so 2020. Now it's 52 to 34. And the poll includes Kennedy, West, and Stein. In that particular case, it's 40% for Biden, 28% for Trump, 11% for Kennedy. So 40% of Biden votes aren't allowed to go to Biden. They're probably going to go for Kennedy. So we're putting that in. And with that, it has 0 chances for the Democrat to win if the running mate, both are from California. So they would replace it with Newsom. Easy, right? So there is no path to victory for the Democrats. However, let's say this occurs. There's also no path to victory for Trump. And what this will do is throw it in the House of Representatives for a contingent election. Which means, very simply put, each state gets 1 vote. The House of Representatives combine together to cast those votes. In which particular case, the top 3 victors in the Electoral College, so in this particular case Trump, Biden, or Trump, Newsom, and Kennedy, they all would be on the ticket for selection. Now, this particular case, that would be in the House of Representatives. They're not going to go for Kennedy or for his VP. That's obvious. But in this case, it would look at the House. So Florida has a majority Republican delegation, as do all these southern states. Wisconsin has majority Republican. So you can count them down. And the majority of states have Republican majorities, and as a result, Trump would be elected. So I hope this clears up the 12th Amendment issue. There's not much else to say, so keep your fantasies where they belong inside your head. Don't ever talk about a Trump DeSantis ticket or a Trump Rubio ticket. Just shut the fuck up. Please. Save us all the brain cells. You clearly don't have any. Thank you kindly for watching. Like the video if you did and all those good stuff. See you next time. Cheers.